line, senior BJP leader Meenakshi. Lekhi, is this enough, ma'am? Being a lawyer and also being a neta, how do you look at this?
So it's not enough from my perspective, but I can't enter court jurisdiction. Court has to take its call, and we will make our arguments good before the court. Here we are demanding that it's a serious offense, repeatedly committed. Then they tried to justify it. Then they brought a different affidavit. Then finally, by receiving a rebuke by the Supreme Court, they have amended their affidavit. And under these circumstances, I feel these are people who think they can get away with anything and law will never catch up with them, or they do not even understand what contempt of court is, what is the role of courts in Loktantra, in democracy. And they have tried to denigrate the authority and dignity of the court. And all these things, the present atmosphere which is thought to be built against the court, I pray that court takes a strong action on my prayer. But as of now, all I can say is that this is a vindication of my petition.
Okay. Ma'am, very briefly, one last question. In this third affidavit, remember in the first affidavit, Rahul said regret in brackets. In the second affidavit, they were pulled up by the court. What do you mean by regret in bracket? Now here, it's an unconditional apology. He's saying that the comments attributed were unintentional and unwillful. Hence, he's requesting these proceedings to be dropped. Do you think this argument coming from the president of one of the largest and the oldest political outfits of the country will actually cut ice with the top court? Is this sufficient, especially at the time when we are looking at elections?
So I don't think that will stand in the court, because there is a chain of event. And the chain of event is, it's not said once, it's not a one-off remark. It's been used repeatedly in certain rallies before the media and before interaction with other media. So every time this stand has been maintained, so it was a method of creating a false narrative and stamping their own wrong and their own falsity by using the dignity and the reputation of the Supreme Court. That even Supreme Court is saying this, which was a complete lie. So it was not one-off remark, but it was a strategy to be utilized in the middle of elections and to cause injustice and to cause confusion.
Okay.
Especially by those people whose own credibility is at stake.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Meenakshi Lekhi, many thanks for getting us those responses on this big story. So basically, BJP maintaining that this is not really sufficient, because this also proves the fact that this campaigning was based on falsehood. Chaukidar Chore. Now BJP's first response on Rahul Gandhi's apology. BJP is categorically maintained that this argument in the third affidavit again is not sufficient. It's not enough, coming at a time when one thing is proven, that the Chaukidar Chore narrative was a strategy by the Congress party, which has been completely punctured, because he has apologized to the court, saying that all that was unintentional. Remember, there's a final hearing on Friday. We'll have to see whether all these arguments put forth in the third affidavit are going to cut ice, whether the court will drop the proceedings or not, will take the cognizance of these arguments. We'll have to wait and watch till Friday. But BJP is stating that this is not enough.